You can have a sharp mind, good education, and years of experience, and still feel like your memory is slowly slipping away. Names vanish. Ideas feel harder to hold. You walk into a room and forget why you went there. And the most dangerous part is this. You start thinking this is normal. You tell yourself it's stress, age, or just too much going on. But what if I told you there is a daily habit you repeat without thinking that is quietly training your brain to forget? This habit doesn't feel harmful. It feels helpful. It feels smart. It feels efficient. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Because every single day, without realizing it, you may be teaching your brain that remembering is optional. Most people believe memory fades because of age, or because of genetics, or because life is busy. But memory doesn't disappear overnight. It weakens slowly, through repetition, through small choices that feel harmless in the moment, but create a powerful pattern over time. And once this pattern is in place, your brain adapts to it. The problem isn't that your brain is failing. The problem is that it's learning something you never intended to teach it. Think about how memory actually works. Your brain is not a storage box. It's a system, a living, adaptive system that constantly decides what is important and what is not. Every time you try to remember something and succeed, you reinforce that pathway. Every time you avoid remembering, your brain takes note. It learns that effort is unnecessary. And this is where the habit begins. The habit is outsourcing your memory. Every time you instantly reach for your phone to remember a name, a date, a direction, a thought, a reminder, or even a simple idea, you send a signal to your brain. That signal says, you don't need to hold this. Over time, your brain listens. At first, this feels like freedom. Why remember when you can look it up? Why hold information when it's always available? It feels logical. It feels modern. But your brain doesn't think in terms of convenience. It thinks in terms of use. Anything that isn't used gets weakened. Imagine if every time you needed to walk somewhere, you chose to be carried instead. At first, nothing changes. Your legs still work. But over time, they lose strength, not because they are broken, but because they are unnecessary. Memory works the same way. When you constantly rely on external tools to remember for you, your brain slowly reduces its effort. Not all at once, not in a dramatic way, but just enough that one day you notice something feels off. Focus feels harder. Information slips faster. Learning feels heavier. This isn't because you're incapable. It's because your brain has adapted perfectly to the environment you gave it. The modern environment rewards speed, not depth. Quick answers, instant access, constant stimulation. But memory needs friction. It needs effort. It needs a moment of struggle. Think about the last time you truly remembered something deeply. Not because you wrote it down, not because it popped up as a reminder, but because you held it in your mind. That effort, even if it felt uncomfortable, strengthened your memory. Now, compare that to how often you interrupt your own thinking. You start a thought, then check something. You pause mid-idea to look something up. You stop trying to recall because it's faster to search. Each interruption breaks the chain of memory formation. Your brain never finishes the process. It never consolidates the information. It never builds the pathway. So the memory never sticks. Over time, this creates a subtle but powerful effect. You begin to feel mentally scattered, not because you lack intelligence, but because your thoughts are constantly being cut short. Memory needs continuity, and your daily habits are training your brain to avoid it. This is why people today consume more information than ever, yet remember less than ever. Information without effort doesn't become memory, it becomes noise.
There's a reason you still remember phone numbers from years ago, but struggle to remember one today. Back then, you had to hold it, repeat it, use it. Today, you never give your brain that chance. Your brain is efficient. If it knows it can always rely on an external system, it stops investing energy internally. This is not a flaw. This is how learning works. The danger is that this habit doesn't stay limited to small things. Over time, it spreads. You stop holding ideas in your head. You stop mentally connecting concepts. You stop reflecting deeply. And this leads to something even more damaging than forgetfulness: shallow thinking. Memory is the foundation of thinking. You can't think deeply about something you don't remember. You can't connect ideas that never stayed long enough to connect. This is why people often describe a sense of mental fog. It's not confusion, it's fragmentation. Thoughts that never fully form, ideas that dissolve before they settle. And here's the part most people don't realize. The more intelligent and curious you are, the more vulnerable you may be to this habit, because you consume more, you look up more, you rely on tools more, and without boundaries, your brain slowly hands over its role. The good news is that this damage is not permanent, because the same brain that adapts away from memory can adapt back to it. But the shift requires awareness. The first step is noticing how quickly you escape effort, how fast you reach for a device instead of your mind, how often you interrupt recall instead of allowing a few seconds of struggle. That struggle matters. When you try to remember and fail, and then try again, you are strengthening memory even before you succeed. The act of effort itself is what trains your brain. Think of it like this. Memory is not built by accuracy alone. It's built by engagement. Even guessing, even being wrong activates the system, but skipping the attempt shuts it down. This is why children often have strong memory, not because they are smarter, but because they engage fully. They repeat, they wonder, they hold information longer before releasing it. As adults, we've replaced engagement with efficiency. And efficiency feels good in the short term, but it has a long-term cost. If you want to protect your memory, you don't need extreme changes. You don't need to abandon technology. You just need to reintroduce intentional effort. Before checking, try recalling. Before writing it down, try holding it. Before searching, pause. Give your brain a chance to do the job it evolved to do. Another powerful shift is allowing boredom. Boredom is not wasted time, it's mental space. It's when your brain organizes, connects, and reinforces memory. When every quiet moment is filled with stimulation, memory has no room to settle. This is why some of your best ideas come in the shower, on a walk, or right before sleep. Your brain finally has space to process. Memory thrives in silence. And finally, understand this. Your brain is being trained every day, whether you realize it or not. Every habit is a lesson. Every shortcut is a signal. You are either teaching your brain to remember or teaching it to rely. There is no neutral ground. Once you see this, the choice becomes clear. Small moments of effort today protect your clarity tomorrow. You don't need to fight your brain. You need to guide it. And if you're interested in going deeper into how to support your brain's natural ability to focus, remember, and stay sharp, you can learn more through the link in the description. It's there if you want to explore it. Take care of your mind. It's listening to everything you teach it.